Good morning, guys, and Salamat Pagi from here in Sukabumi. Sukabumi is a mid-sized town located a little more than 100 kilometers southeast of Jakarta. And there's a lot to explore here. There's actually the longest suspension bridge in all of Southeast Asia in this area. There's also some ancient ruins that have some really controversial history, and of course, some local eats like Bubur. But right now, we are on the move. Let's get after it. Kopi City! There's a lot going on here. This is not a conspiracy theorist channel.
It's a little bit nervous on that one. We're looking good.
We're looking good, right?
When the bridges are rocking, don't come a-knocking.
Walking through the park, guys. Up pretty early today. I think it's 7:30.
I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
You ever seen a monkey like that? If you see a monkey like that, run. Run. There's nothing like plain dry cassava root.
He doesn't like it.
Doesn't taste bad, it's just dry. Need some butter and some salt, maybe some milk.
Kopi mana kopi.
Kopi mana
Kopi City! Here we go, it started off. Guys, we're in this empty amphitheater and there's no one here. There's a stage right behind me and I heard there's a special performance coming up.
Situ Gunung, are you guys ready for this? I can't hear you.
Woo-hoo! Oh! 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 Look at him go!
I know you guys like the performance, but they actually just told us they're gonna bring a real performer in. Whoa! I think it's not long before we're working here.
All right, performance over. Really lucky we got that tree. We weren't expecting that, so nice pleasant surprise this morning. We are now walking along the longest suspension bridge in all of Southeast Asia, and this bridge is amazing. It's ridiculous. Look at this mountain man right here, huh?
Whoa!
You enjoying this?
Yeah, look at, oh! It's better when you get out, it like opens up completely. Yeah.
If we've learned anything about traveling in Indonesia, if you're going to some popular destinations, you gotta go during the week, because there's nobody here, or else it'll be pretty crowded.
Weekdays, early mornings.
Weekdays, early mornings.
Best way to go.
Best weather, no crowds. Look at this. So, the longest suspension bridge in Southeast Asia. What are the facts? Well, it's 243 meters long, it's 107 meters off the ground, and it's 1.2 meters wide. And this entire bridge was actually manually made and weighs up to 80 tons. But now you guys know what's coming next, right? Drone shots! All right, guys, we are walking off the bridge now, and we're continuing back out into the forest, going to the waterfall. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, they noticed.
But for those of you that have been watching us for a long time, you might have noticed that we got some new clothes going on.
We're looking good.
We're looking good, right? Well, that's because we're rocking our new gear.
From M.Gee.
M.Gee. And these clothes suit us perfectly for the type of traveling and adventure activities that we're doing. That Lost Boy style, baby.
Ooh.
Let's go. So we highly recommend you guys check out M.Gee.
We're gonna be putting the info in the link in the description below.
And we have now trekked through the forest, through the jungle, and we are at Curug Sawer. We're back walking through the forest, the jungle, and we're on a really, really tight fucking rope bridge.
Let's go.
Oh!
Stop leaning.
Chill. We're almost fell on that one. That would have been bad. We're off safely. That was sketchy.
We're here, crossing our second and final bridge for the day. Jembatan Merah, the Red Bridge. This one looks pretty, man. It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit lower. It looks like it's in a beautiful, beautiful valley.
It's a little bit
rocking. We're rocking. This one feels a lot less secure. There's no, it's just this single two cables right here. They don't have the, I guess they do have a little one running over the top. You can see the big guy in the background. And I'm a little bit sketched out on this thing. It rocks. The barrier is not nearly as high. You're very well capable of going over, especially if you're tall like these bullets. A little bit sketchy, huh? Bro, don't rock the boat. Woo!
Way sketchy.
When the bridges are rocking, don't come a-knocking. Back on stable land. I don't know, we don't get scared easily, but it's a little bit nervous on that one.
We're finished up at the park here. We're making our way out to the exit, and we're gonna head back to the main town in Sukabumi. Good morning, guys, and Selamat pagi from here at Gunung Padang. So this morning, we had a pretty incredible drive. We drove about an hour southeast of the main area of Sukabumi, and right now we're at the entrance, and we're walking up this steep set of stairs to get to the top of the mountain, and we're gonna tell you about this very controversial and interesting historical place.
We're here at the first terrace now. The hike only took us about 5-10 minutes to get up, and you can see that we're already pretty high up in elevation. There's a beautiful view there behind me.
Now we want to be up front and let you guys know that all the information we're going to be talking about is very controversial. So we're going to try to do our best to give you both sides and as much information as possible. So what's the deal with this place and what's the backstory? Well, this is the largest megalithic site in all of Southeast Asia, most likely used as a place of worship. But there's been a lot of controversial research done here, which could potentially date this place's construction at 20,000 years BC. Just for reference, the pyramids of Giza in Egypt were constructed around 2,500 BC. Now the entire site here is built of earth and stone at the top of a volcano about 900 meters above sea level. And it's not exactly shaped like a pyramid, but it's got more of a terrace structure similar to the Mayan temples out in Mexico.
Originally, the mountain here was thought to be completely natural, where people just built on top. But after further examination, it turns out this may not be correct.
Now, the majority of the research that has been done here has been conducted by an independent Indonesian scientist named Danny Hilman and his team. It was through multiple surveys that they discovered that this megalithic site actually has 4 layers. Now, they've only had the opportunity to conduct proper research on the top 2 layers, and through their findings, they date the surface layer around 3,500 years old, the second layer around 8,000 years old, and they estimate that the bottom layers are 10,000 years or older. Although they haven't been able to properly examine the bottom 2 layers, they've used ground-penetrating radar to confirm the existence of what they believe are walls, chambers, gates, and staircases. Now this is where things get interesting. There have been many people in the scientific and archaeological communities that have been very critical of Dr. Hilman and his research. There are some that believe this place is only a few thousand years old, and there are some, in fact, that believe this entire place was created of natural causes from the volcano. Although it receives little attention, this is such a huge controversy. If Dr. Hilman's findings are accurate, it would mean that human beings were capable of building structures this big thousands and thousands of years before we think they were. And the controversy becomes even more complicated because research done here was stopped in 2018. And now, this is a tourist site. You could come here and pay 5,000 rupiah, which is around 30 US cents, to come here and walk around. And this place hasn't even been properly explored yet, properly excavated. This is just a tourist spectacle without even finding out exactly what's here. And there still is much debate as to why the research stopped here. Some people believe that Dr. Hilman and his team ran out of resources. Others believe that the government put a stop to the research here. And I don't want to get too deep into conspiracy theories, but it is very interesting, to walk around here. It would potentially could be the oldest man-made structure in human history. Now we're getting ready to head out of here, back to the main area of Sukabumi, and you're gonna wanna stay tuned because it's time to eat some Bubur.
We made it back into town, and we are currently here at Bubur Ayam Bunu, trying the famous Bubur Sukabumi, and it just got here. It looks delicious. Whoa, that is stacked. We got 2 Buburs going.
I love Bubur. Me and Shane love Bubur. This one looks pretty ridiculous. This one looks stacked. I don't even want to touch it.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna mix it up, but part of me doesn't even want to touch it.
So for those of you that don't know, Bubur is a rice porridge, and it's usually eaten for breakfast, but it can also be delicious, especially after a late night of drinking some chiu maybe. They usually mix in some chicken, some ayam, a little bit of kerupuk, some bawang goreng, some chives, green onion, all this goodness. I already mixed mine up, ruined it. Put some ketchup manis in it, some ketchup asin, whatever you like.
I love spicy, but I like my Bubur without pedas. I like it just, with all the flavors. Let me see how it tastes first.
little bit of everything all mixed up.
Oh god. Oh my god!
Oh.
This doesn't need anything. It's so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's so good. It doesn't need anything.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing is stacked. There's plenty going in here. I mean, I love spicy, guys, but when the bubur is good, the bubur is good.
It smells so good. It's like a chicken pot pie.
It's really good.
Gotta get everything on there. Wow.
It's good. It's got enough, right?
It's got the crunchy. It's got that green onion. It's got the salty. We know how to bubur. This is really good bubur. Wow. I'm gonna throw a little sambal in it.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna sit here and enjoy our bubur because it's so good. And that's gonna close out our video here in Sukabumi. We hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up if you did. It really helps us out and gets our videos to a bigger audience. And definitely hit that subscribe button because we're continuing our road trip here around Java and Indonesia. So we'll see you in the next one.